In this video, we are going to be expanding logarithms using the quotient property. So of our list of properties here, I've highlighted the quotient property. It tells us that anytime we have a log base b of an m divided by n, that is equal to the log base b of m minus the log base b of the n. So we can use this property to go from a single log and expand it into the subtraction of two different logs. In previous videos, we have already simplified this, going from the subtraction or the difference of two logs and condensed it or simplified it into a single log. Now we're just going to go the other direction. We're going to go from a single log and expand it into two using this property. So let's look at our first example here. At the top of the screen, I went ahead and copied down our property just to help us refresh our memory for this first couple examples. So here we have a log base 5 of a 6 divided by 7. That matches the quotient property. So we can go ahead and expand this into the difference of two logs. So we have the log base 5 of the numerator, which was 6, minus log base 5 of the denominator, which was 7. And we have successfully expanded this single log into the difference of two logs. Let's look at a second example. Here we have the log base 3 of a 12 divided by 17. That matches our quotient property, so we can expand this into the difference of two logs. So we have the log base 3 of the numerator, which was 12, minus log base 3 of the denominator, which is 17. So we have now successfully expanded that single log into the difference of two different logs. In this example, we have a log of 2 over 3. If there's no base listed, then it is assumed to be a 10. So if it helps you to have that base there, you can go ahead and write it in. But anytime the base is not there, it is assumed it is just a 10. That is your normal base. So here, this still matches our quotient property. We can expand this into the log of the numerator plus the log of the denominator. We have successfully expelled, it wasn't a plus, sorry, wrong thing. This was the quotient rule, so that was supposed to be a subtract. If it helps you to write the base, you can. Those are both base 10. I typically am not going to when it is a base 10. Okay, let's look at the next example. We have a log base 4 of a 7 over 4. This matches the quotient property, so we can expand it into the difference of two logs. So log base 4 of the numerator, which was 7, minus log base 4 of the denominator, which was 4. In the next example, we have log base 8 of a 13 over 7. Again, it still matches our quotient property, so we can expand this into the difference of two logs. We have log base 8 of the numerator, which was 13, minus log base 8 of the denominator, which was 7. And we have successfully expanded that single log into the difference of two logs. Now, what if we don't have always numbers? We're going to have to deal with variables. They're never going to go away now that they've become part of our math. So now we have the log base 9 of x over y. We can go ahead and expand that. We have log base 9 of the numerator, which was x, minus log base 9 of the denominator, which was y. And we have successfully expanded that single log into the difference of two logs. In this next example, we have a log base 121 of a p over a z. We can expand that using our quotient property into the log of 121 of the numerator, which was p, minus log base 121 of the denominator, which is z. Here we have a log base 1 over 64 of a w over t. We can expand that So we'd have the log of 1 over 64 of the numerator, which was w, minus log base 1 over 64 of the denominator, which was t. And we've successfully expanded that single log using the quotient property into the difference of two logs. In this next example, we have a log base 12 of a q over an n. We can expand that into the log base 12 of the numerator, q, minus log base 12 of the denominator, n. Now we've successfully expanded that single log, again using the quotient property, into the difference of two logs. Let's look at one last example. Here we have the log base 88 of e over j. We can expand that, so we'd have the log of base 88 of the numerator, which was e, minus log base 88 of the denominator, which was j. And we have now successfully expanded that single log using the quotient property into the difference of two logs.